Welcome to Gospel Tube 2025, where the gospel speaks to you. Before David fought Goliath, before the prophets proclaimed God's promises, there was Samson, the strongest man to ever walk the earth, a man set apart by God to deliver his people from oppression. But Samson's story is not just about strength. It's about failure, redemption, and a plan that leads us all the way to Jesus Christ. Act 1, the rise and fall of Samson. Samson's life began with a promise. An angel appeared to his parents, telling them that their son would be a Nazirite, a man dedicated to God from birth, forbidden to cut his hair, drink wine, or touch anything unclean. With his unmatched strength, Samson was a living symbol of God's power. But Samson had a weakness, his own desires. Samson's strength was not in his hair, it was in his obedience to God. When he broke his vow, he lost everything, his strength, his freedom, and even his sight. But even in his darkest hour, Samson cried out to God, and God heard him. Samson's final act was one of redemption, a reminder that God can use even our failures to accomplish his plans. Act 2, from judges to kings to prophets. After Samson, Israel continued to struggle. They demanded a king, and God gave them Saul, then David, a shepherd boy who became a mighty warrior and a man after God's own heart. But even David was not the Savior God had promised. Through the prophets, God spoke of a Messiah, a king who would rule forever, not with weapons but with love and truth. Act 3, the coming of Jesus. At just the right time, God's ultimate plan was revealed. In a small town called Bethlehem, a baby was born to a virgin named Mary. His name was Jesus. Jesus was not just a prophet, not just a teacher. He was the Son of God, sent to save us from sin and death. Just as Samson gave his life to deliver Israel, Jesus gave his life to save the world. But unlike Samson, Jesus rose from the dead, conquering sin and death forever. Conclusion, the ultimate victory. Samson's story points us to Jesus, the true source of strength, the true deliverer, the true Savior. No matter how far we fall, God's love is greater. His plan is unstoppable. And through Jesus, we have the victory. From Samson to Jesus. It's all part of God's story, and it's a story that continues with you. If this message spoke to your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, God's strength is made perfect in our weakness. Trust Him and let His story transform your life.